All right, this is James again with Grace Glimpses, Being Real. I am James Powell, and I'm bringing you the Being Real series of my growing up in Lagro, Indiana. I do ask you to like, subscribe, and share this video. I have been going through the memories and actually using Google Maps to go back over places. And today I'm going to just go in a little bit further and tell about a couple little places that I remember using Google Maps. I haven't talked of where I live now. I live in Florida, so we don't get back up to Indiana, and especially northern Indiana, a lot. But I have been just going through several memories, and it's amazing. Of course, I'm part of the Lagro group, and that's brought back several memories. With that said, let's just jump right into it. All right, once again, this is the home I grew up in on the corner of Washington and Buchanan, right? This curve right here. I remember a lot of memories. Um, Eventually, I will go into some memories in this home, but I do want to talk about one memory. I remember I was right around 7 years old, and right here is the back porch here, and my parents would always purchase the Pepsi products. In fact, if you remember these 8-pack Pepsi products, they were stacked, had a couple of different stacks. And on the back porch, I came out, this was the kitchen, came out of the kitchen, and I hit the Pepsi bottle. It was I believe it was in July. So it was really hot. It exploded, and I cut my ankle. The glass blew into my ankle, and I remember riding on my mom's lap. Um, my dad took me to the Wabash hospital, and I ended up getting stitches. But with with that with that said, what I wanted to do is I pulled up an old picture. Here is the Powell family. That is my dad, John Powell, Beverly Powell, Wesina. All of those have passed away. There I am, my older brother John, and my younger sister Christy. Now, just to kind of bring you up to date, of course, mom and dad have passed away. My older sister has passed away. My older brother and younger sister still live in Indiana. I live in Florida. I know that I've been the only one out of the family to kind of move out of state, and it's just we love it here in Florida. We live just north of West Palm Beach, on the East Coast, and we, my wife and I, enjoy it. But yes, right there is my family. Um, so, all right, now we're going to just jump into a few places I've been kind of looking through um, the town. And I figured I'd just kind of jump to a few places here. This is what I remember the old fire station. Obviously now I understand right here. Let's see. Is this if I understand correctly, the fire station is now over here. If I understand correctly, yeah, the fire department. But this was the old fire station. This is coming into town here. If you US 24, old 24 is there. You come into town, old fire station, go down the hill across the river as you're heading out to Salamone Forest. All right. Also, I remember the post office. And it looks like here there must be something at the the old school too, because it shows, it shows something about the post office, village post office. So not really sure, but this looks like this is still possibly in operation. But I remember walking down to the post office or riding my bike down to the post office, get stamps or mail a letter. It was that was big when I was younger. Okay, now this is down the hill. If you notice, let me go to the right one. This is down the hill right there, across from the old Stevenson's grocery store. This used to be a bait shop. I remember my brother and I going in this door right here, going in, getting bait, and going fishing. We'd go down by the river, go fishing. Um, but this used to be the live bait shop. This used to be the wall everyone hung out on. Kind of interesting. And another thing, let me just jump back here to the camera. Another thing I did growing up in Lagro, I had a lawn business. I was one of the bigger lawn businesses, pushing my push mower, and I believe the last name was Elsroth. I can't remember his first name. He was my competition. But let me just jump back here. I remember I mowed this yard, and I remember I did it, push mowed it for $4, for $4. So, and I'm just really reminiscing here. There used to be the people that owned that house owned a tavern, and there used to be a tavern here, and I would mow that too. So yeah, I had a few yards that I mowed, and I remember, if I remember correctly, at about 12 years old, I was making $75 a week mowing yards, $50 to $75 a week. So it was a pretty good money, I guess, back then. So, all right. So, with all that said, if you have any memories of Lagro, Indiana, you come across this video, drop them down in the comments below. Drop a link to a video you've done about Lagro, Indiana. I have enjoyed going back through and visiting just everything that happened, and reminiscing in my life. Also, let me go ahead and pull this up again here. If you remember the Powell family, comment below. Again, my dad was John Powell, Beverly Powell, Westina Powell. There's my brother John Jr., my little sister Christy, and then myself, James. So, all right, we do thank you for watching our video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and we will catch you on our next video. Trust you have a great day.